It's a shame about Joel. I've had a few goals at perhaps asking him if he fancy change his mind, but he's got a young family, and I think it's important we respect his decision and support him with it. I keep reading everywhere how good form London are in, which will provide a huge challenge for us. It'll make sure there's no complacency from us. And I have to say there wouldn't have been anywhere. We realise that we're in it, and we've got to survive like everybody else. But our mindset's been pretty good, and I think we will expect the best of London, and they probably need to expect the best of us as well. We're looking forward to going down there. I think the surface is excellent. I've actually played there myself in my rugby union days, so the pitch is excellent. We're looking forward to it. I think it's a challenge for us, obviously, but those pitches play a little bit quicker than what a grass field would, and that probably suits us in many ways. So, there's a spare weekend the following weekend called the Challenge Cup final, and we have to use that the best way for this squad and for our individuals, and we will do. So we will be asking them to not leave anything out there on Sunday. Yep. His leadership, his game, his directness, his physicality that he brings, but we just look at a better team with him being fit and available and sat around that dressing room when he's got his kit on. So it makes everybody feel that little bit better that Stevie's in the side, and I'm certainly happier that he's available, and not just available, he's close to 100%, as close as you probably could be this time of year. He looks in real good nick, and I think mentally as well he's in the best headspace I've seen him for a long time. So,
how frustrating is it to have two players that you brought into the club to bolster the squad unavailable this week through suspension?
Yeah, it's disappointing. Thankfully we get one of them back next week. I think that's probably the nature of the beast. We've asked them to come in and be pretty direct and aggressive for us, and sadly on the back of that, they've both been cited and caught bans on the back of it, but they've brought a real freshness to us, and they've added in training, and they've already both had a huge impact, although Jordan's only played once, Dom's only played a couple of times, but the impact they've had in and around training has been really important, and not everybody will see that. But I've mentioned a few times in these sessions now that the internal competition is really important for us, and they've bolstered that. They've really given us a shot in the arm with that, and both really good talkers, both been in some decent environments as well, and it's a shame for both of them that, and a shame for us as well that they both miss out this weekend, but hopefully we get them back very soon. Yep. I think they'll certainly chance their arm. I think they'll throw some bits at us. I also think they'll be pretty direct, knowing Wardy as I know him. So and then they have got some individuals who could cause any team some problems. So we've done our homework like you'd expect. We're really looking forward to the game, and I certainly am as well. I'm looking forward to watching us play again and see our improvements again. I think half time was tough last week because I think we were all frustrated, and angry would probably be a word I'd use. But the pleasing thing was that we were able to win it a second time. So we got well in front, as you know, before half time, and to let them back in and give them a sniff was very, very, very disappointing. But I think to come out second half and get some control and manage the game very well, we can take a lot from that, because I'm not sure we'd have been able to do that 4 weeks ago. I think we'd have been really challenged in the fact we came through that and we found a way, and it certainly wasn't 10 out of 10, but the fact that we were prepared to fight and scrap and play a certain style really pleased myself and Jimmy.
And talking about the future, earlier this week Callum McLellan was announced as a new sign. Obviously with the news of Joel Moon going as well, you can see where you compliment your halfbacks there. How excited are you to see him in a Rhino shirt? Yeah,
I can't wait. It's important for us. We need to have some succession planning, but also I use that word lightly because Callum's ready to step up. He's ready to play first team, and as are a number of our under-19s. Sadly, we missed the registration date, and it looks like he won't be able to play for the rest of the year. He won't even be able to feature in our 19s, which is a big loss, but it gives us a chance to spend some time with him and let him fully understand what we're about, get some training under his belt. But yeah, it's great to give a young lad an opportunity, and you know, the ball's in his court. We'll support him the best way we can. We'll help him every way he can, and try and ensure he's here for the next 15 years.
And there were a number of clubs who were chasing him. The fact that he's committed to the Rhinos and wants to be part of something special, that's a boost in terms of next year and beyond. Yeah,
huge boost. You know, there's a number of big clubs chasing him, and I spent a fair bit of time working on it. But he's a great kid. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's very determined, and he has a lot of desire to play here and wanted to come to Leeds. So obviously delighted. I think he realises that if he's good enough, he'll get an opportunity here, and it has to be that way for our junior players. There has to be a pathway through, and I know there've been a couple that have poked the nose through this year. We hope there's a couple more before the end of the year, but certainly Callum will be part of that group that is in and around and pushing for a spot next season.
You spoke about him being a natural footballer with his skills. Is that sort of thing that you can enhance with coaching, but you can't put in there if it's not there?
I think so. I think some of that is the time he's probably spent watching the game and understanding some of the best players and what they do. But he also seems to have a lot of vision, and I'm not sure how you put that in people. You know, you can ask people to run hard and tackle hard, and you can work on catching and passing, but actually seeing it and understanding it and being able to take advantage of it is another thing, and he has that, and those players are few and far between.